Alrighty guys, what is up? Welcome back to Stoneblock 2 with LD7, and today we're going to be taking a look at Tinker's Construct. In between sessions I went ahead and grew up a few more trees, got some more wood, built a crafting station and a couple chests because we're going to want the storage, but let's go ahead and dive right on in. So for the Tinker's quest, you got to build the tool station, stencil table, part builder, and pattern chest. So the four basic items. If you're new to Tinker's Construct, basically the way this works is you have to build patterns. Patterns are simply made by taking 2 planks and 2 sticks in this arrangement. And there we go. So we've got 16. That's normally how many I make, at least to begin with, because it's going to take 4 to build each of your materials. So stencil table's made with a plank and a pattern, part builder's made with a log and a pattern, tool station, crafting table and a pattern, and then the pattern chest is a chest and a pattern. So there we are. We've got all 4 of them, pretty straightforward. Let's go ahead and place them down. I think we're gonna maybe use this area. So actually, I'm gonna move that. We're gonna put the tool station there. Okay, so tool station, we'll put the part builder, pattern chest, and the stencil table. So kind of the way Tinker's Construct works, you take some blank patterns, put them in your stencil table, and you have to build patterns for what type of tools you want to create. So we're going to build a pickaxe head, because we're going to build a pickaxe, we're going to build an axe. I'm going to do a sword as well, I think. We'll make a shovel, I guess. Like, you don't really need a shovel, I suppose, but we're going to do it anyway. In addition to those, we're going to want a binding pattern, and we're going to want a tool rod pattern. And for the sword, depending on which one of these guards you pick is going to determine the type of sword. I think we're going to go with the wide guard for this one. So after you've made the patterns you want, if you configure your setup like this, so if you put the stencil table next to a pattern chest, you can put the patterns straight from the table into the chest, and then if your part builder is next to that chest, you can pull them out of it. So that you want to have these 3 blocks kind of configured like this, just because it makes it easier. You don't have to go into the chest, the pattern chest, in order to use the patterns you made. So there we are. We're going to go in, and first things first, let's make our tool rods. Now, you can use different materials to make your items, obviously. For the tool rods, I normally just stick with wood because it's actually pretty good. It gives it the ecological modifier, which means it will slowly rebuild durability over time. So that's actually pretty good. So we'll take 1, 2, 3. We're gonna skip the shovel for now. We'll maybe make one later, but well, you know what? Fuck it. We'll just make it now. I think priority, we're gonna make an axe. So 2 stone to make your pickaxe head. We also need a binding, so I'm gonna just start with the wood binding so I can use this pickaxe to mine some more cobblestone. But now that we've got the patterns we need to build a pickaxe, what you do is you go over to your tool station, select the tool you want. So we're building a pickaxe. It's going to tell you what pieces you need. So if you're new to this and you don't know what's required to build the tool, just go to the tool station, click on the one you want, and it'll show you. So we need a tool rod, we need a binding, and we need a pickaxe head. So that'll make us a stone pickaxe. I'm going to call him Picky. And there we go. Went ahead. Now we've got us a nice stone pickaxe. Durability wise, it's got 128, so it's just like a regular stone pick. But the difference is it can gain XP. So the more blocks I mine with this pickaxe, the better it will become. So you want to kind of get your Tinker's tools built as soon as possible, because the sooner you can start accruing levels, the better. Sometimes they will give you random buffs, sometimes it'll just give you extra modifier slots. Either way, it's good to level up your tools because it makes them a lot better, or it increases the potential for them to be better. So I'm just going to mine out this wall, gather a little bit more cobblestone. As you can see, this is a hell of a lot faster than mining with the hammer. So getting cobs is not going to be quite as much of an ordeal as it was before. With that being said, you don't have, like, you're going to have so much stone eventually that it really won't matter, and you won't have to mine for it anymore, because we're going to try to set up a cobble generator as soon as possible for two reasons. One, mining takes a long time, and two, in order to sieve the materials after you mine all this cobblestone, you have to replace it and then hammer it. So to avoid half of the work, which is mining the stone, if you get a cobblestone generator set up, you can just pull the stone out of your generator and just hammer it. So it saves you some time. But now that we've got some more stone, let's go ahead and build the rest of our tools. So we're going to need 2 more of these bindings to build our axe and our shovel. We're going to need the heads as well. So we'll get a shovel head, we'll get an axe head, and then for the sword, we need a blade. So we'll do stone blade, and then we also need this wide guard, which I'm going to make out of stone as well. So there we are. We've got all the pieces to build our tools. So now we just have to make them. Something that's kind of cool to get this done quickly, if you shift click, it will put them into the right spots. So there we are. This one I'm going to call Diggy. Cool. And then let's go for an axe. Choppy, I guess. Sure, why not? And then finally, we're going to build our sword. So we're going to make a broadsword. That's what the wide guard gets you. If you go with the hand guard, you can build a long sword. And if you go with the cross guard, you can build a rapier. They all have different effects. I like the broadsword just because it increases the likelihood of decapitating enemies if you fight them. So that's a good perk to have without needing to add anything, so that's why I went that way. With that being said, I mean, that's basically Tinker's Construct covered. I'm just going to get the reward. So we got a sag mill. That's actually not too bad. That'll save us some materials. But we probably got enough time we can make a crucible. I think I need to grow up another tree, but that's fine. We'll do that quickly. And then we can use our axe to cut it down. So once this grows, just like that, I am going to crook these leaves. And the reason why I'm crooking them, getting the silkworms is good, even if you're not going to make string, because you can cook them to get food as well. So it is worthwhile to crook the leaves. You also might want these because you can compost them down into dirt as well. Granted, you can just hammer gravel to get dirt, so it might be more efficient to do it that way, but whatever. Just kind of depends on what you want to do. So there we go. Gather up a couple trees, get some more logs, because we need the logs to make a crucible and a heavy sieve. So we've got 10. We need to do one more. I'm just going to see if we can't get those other 2 quests knocked out before the end of the episode. But yeah, so now we've got a basic set of tools. This is typically what I do. The only thing I might do different is on the binding. Instead of using wood, I normally will do stone, but that doesn't really matter. Both of the materials aren't that good, so it doesn't really change the durability all that much. Alright, so let's go ahead and build our crucible and heavy sieve. So we'll do the crucible first. So 6 logs and a slab will give you a crucible, and then we need to make a couple sticks. We do this. Whoop, it's 5 logs, huh? Okay, heavy birch sieve. So we've got 2 more quests done. The heavy sieve is actually decent. You can do compressed blocks through this one. The downside is you can only have 1, so like if I had a second one here, it's only gonna sieve 1 at a time. The crucible is able to turn saplings into water, so I'm just gonna fill this up with some saplings so we can start that. But that's basically the 2 quests. If you enjoyed the episode, be sure to like, comment, subscribe as always, and until next time, this has been LD7, and we will see ya.